Andrew Godsmith here, Godsmith of Chaos, here with an Exodia deck profile for you. I've been playing this deck for a couple months now. Absolutely love it. Super fun. Grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards in it. Also, Millennium. I am a millennial. Just kind of makes sense for me to play it. I've watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm from the OG times. I'm getting up there. I'm pretty old. So, Millennium deck. Absolutely have a lot of fun with this deck. Obliterating your opponents, it's a fun interaction almost every single time. You either blow their minds or blow them away. Anyways, before we get to it, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content. May the heart forever be in our cards. Let's get started. First off, we'll start with the main deck. And of course, if you are playing the Millennium archetype, you need to play 3 Millennium Ankh. Just a no-brainer. Most important card in our deck. It summons out the unstoppable Exodia Incarnate and gets you OTKs. I have pretty much like FTK'd, but not really, but I've FTK'd a few times with this deck by just setting up a decent board with just Unstoppable, Azaroon, and 1 or 2 other cards, and they just scoop because there's not much they can do. Yeah. Anyways, 3 Millennium Ankh. 1, 2, 3. And they're all super shiny. Also, when playing, you need the 5 pieces. So we got the right leg, left leg, left arm, the head, the right leg, and the left arm. I've assembled the 5 pieces of Exodia. Obliterate! Anyways, yeah. Left got the 5 pieces of Exodia. 3 Sengenjin. Wakes from 3 Sengenjin, Wakes from Millennia. Is a must at 3. It searches and carries your Millennium Shield. So summon him, then search Shield. Shield searches you Ankh, but with the new Blue Eyes monster comes out, just searches you Ankh. It gives you an easier way and another way that to get in the Ankh if you don't have it, to keep your life points at 8,000, because Exodia, his attack points are your life points. We got 1 Golem. You can play him at 1, you can play him at 2. Some people play him at 3 for more monsters. I personally like playing him at 1, but when Blue Eyes comes out, that might change. He searches you Wedge Temple. I'm just playing Wedge Temple at 3. I'm not playing Terraforming. There's no real sense. Wedge Temple, once it hits the field, it can't be ashed. It just gets set. So unless it's ogred, then like and destroyed, you pretty much, it's a free 2 monsters on the field. Then, of course, Exod Fires of Rage. This is for going first, and Obliterate Blaze for going first as well, but it's for follow-up. So on first turn, during the end phase, Exodia lets you set 1 spell or trap from the deck. So you grab Exodia. What Exodia does, this card is always treated like the Exod and Obliterate card. If you control a level 10 or higher Exodia monster, destroy all cards your opponent controls. If this card is in the graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it, activate one of these effects, add 1 forbidden monster from your deck or graveyard to the hand, or shuffle up to 5 forbidden 1 monsters from your graveyard and or banishment into the deck, which is great. You wait for your opponents to build up a board, and you wipe it. Plus, this can't be destroyed. Then, during your opponent's end phase, when it comes back to your turn, if you decide to play a second Exod, then you can do this. But if not, just one of these and 1 Obliterate Blaze, you play this, you set it during their end phase. And what it does is 1 level 10 or higher monster on the field with Exodia in its original name gains these effects. You can pay half your life points to destroy as many cards or spells in the trap zone as possible, then equip 5 forbidden 1 monsters from your hand or deck to this card and equip spells that each give it 2,000 attack. Now, this card is a quick effect, but the effect is not a quick effect. It's a trigger effect. So when you activate that effect to pay half your life points, it is afterwards. So this gives Exodia the effect. Then after this resolves, this takes the effect as chain 1. But it attaches all the 5 pieces, gives them 10,000 attack, so regardless, pretty much gonna win. You're gonna attack for game. So that's it for the Exodia package. There's, I think, about 20 cards, maybe 21. This is probably one of the most important cards in your deck. Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. Why? Because your attack is your life points. So higher your life points, the better. I've had it where I was almost up to 40,000 life points coming into my turn. I mean, like, how are you going to stop that attack? Like, once it hits. I mean, you can negate Exodia if there's ways around it. But Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood at 3. Then Dimension Shifter, because you just shuffle your cards back into the deck, and yeah, it can play in Shifter, under Shifter. So Shifter is a must. This time I'm playing Ash Blossom at 2. Arguably, you could side this out, don't really need it, but it's depending on where you are. If people are playing decks that one Ash can pretty much completely stop them, then yeah, keep it in your deck or put it in your side. Anyways, 2 Effect Veiler. I'm playing this because when you normal summon an Effect Veiler with Shield on field, you can go into Muddy Mud Dragon, who can fusion and act as any monster for the fusion summon that has like a name specific. So Effect Veiler, Shield, goes into Muddy Mud Dragon, and then Muddy Mud Dragon plus another monster on field would go into Millennium Eyes Restrict, which it's in the name Millennium Eyes. So when you use Ankh, you can summon out Exodia plus Millennium Eyes Restrict, giving you the power with that and the power of that. So if you have these 2 set up, it's a really good board to go into for yourself for protection. 2 Effect Veiler, 2 Imperm, and 3 cross out Designator. It came up a couple times yesterday, and it definitely helped me win the games. 1 Called by the Grave, for obvious reasons. 3 Super Poly. This I'm trying to figure out another card to swap this out with, but right now, absolutely love Super Poly. When the new Blue Eyes comes out, maybe I'll try this first, but this has came in clutch many times because it's an amazing board wipe. Now for consistency, 1 Pot of Prosperity, and the only trap in the game that I play is a monster. Angel Statue Azaroon. During their draw phase, you summon this, and it sits on the field. When they go to Synchro Summon, XZ Summon, or Link Summon, you just trigger this, tribute it, and then you destroy and negate their summon. That's it for the main deck. On to the side deck. So what I'm playing, obviously, 3 Exodia Incarnate. You need 3. Reason being, because it's awesome, and you need 3. I have gone into the 3rd one a couple times. Just if your game goes a little bit longer and they somehow remove Exodia and you have another Ankh for follow-up, it's just needed. 1 Millennium Eyes Restrict, 1 Predator Plant, Triphiovirotum, haha, I botched that name. Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Goooo, Wings of Resonant Life for the targets for Super Poly, 1 Link Spider, IP, and SP, 1 Silhouette Rabbit, 1 Dark, Selene, and Access Code, Superstar Slayer Typhon, Absolutely love this card because if there's nothing else that you can do, at least you can normal summon a limb and overlay this over top of it. Most of the time, if not every time, your opponent's going to summon more than one monster from the extra deck. And then, of course, I already shown you Muddy Mud Dragon. That is everything for the extra deck. Onto the side deck. Of course, 3 Malcharmy Perulia. I don't really want to get, well, of course I want it, but I'm not going to pick it up. The Fuwalos, I don't really want to pick that up. I just don't have the funds. Who does? Hopefully I pull it someday, or if someone wants to gift it to me. Jokes. Anyways, 3 Malcharmy Perulia, 3 Raigeki, 3 Nibiru, 3 Dimensional Barrier, and 3 Deck Lockdown. Now, depending on your locals or depending on the tournaments you go to, these are going to be different. Probably going to switch up a lot of it for YCS this weekend. But for now, that is my deck for Exodia. Hope you enjoyed. May the heart forever be in your cards. Love you all. Later.